for you to find marriage very easily on this side of the world, my sister, it's very simple. Go to school. If you don't have brain for school, and maybe you're very handy, you're very gifted when it comes to using your hands and all that stuff, just look for money. Look for money. Love is going to come. You see some people in the diaspora here. I cannot find a husband though. It's so hard for me to find a husband. Marriage is so hard and everything. My sister, forget that thing. You know why I cannot find love? It's very simple. You cannot find love because you have nothing to offer. On this side of the world, you have to have something to offer to find marriage easily. Everything here is conditioned. It's only back home that is instilled in a man that you go and marry a woman that you love, a woman of your heart. Then you take out her, you go and fetch for her and bring it home. But in the diaspora here, the men here are looking for women that are going to go fetch for them and come and take care of them. They are looking for a woman to build with. The men in the diaspora here, their eyes are cleared. In short, they are a different breed. So if as a woman, why would you have nothing to offer and they want to marry you? You need to think about it now. Who wants to be in bondage? This life is about embetterment. Nobody wants to be in bondage. If I'm a judge, I want to go for a medical doctor. If I'm a surgeon, I want to go for a professor. Everything in this life is by levels. There's levels to this shit. In the diaspora here, you have nothing to offer. You will not marry. You will stay here until gray hair will start developing in the strange places on your body. You will not marry because you have nothing to offer. If you go on a date with a man today and the man asks you, what do you do for a living? As soon as you say, I'm a nurse, I'm a dentist, I'm a medical doctor, I'm a surgeon, I'm a judge, my dear, just observe. In the next 2 months, proposal is going to come in. They will propose to you in the next 2 months. You even be the one to be like, no, we need to slow down. We need to get to know each other. Getting to know each other, it can wait. I don't want to get to know you. We'll get to know ourselves after. I told you I am in love. I want to marry. The men nowadays are snipers. And when they aim, they don't miss. So for you to find marriage very easily on this side of the world, my sister, it's very simple. Go to school. If you don't have brain for school, and maybe you're very handy, you're very gifted when it comes to using your hands and all that stuff, just look for money. Look for money. Love is going to come. That man that you want, he's not coming for you right now because you have nothing to offer. Nobody wants to be with somebody working 3 million jobs. You have to have something to offer. Before, they used to tell men, as a man, you need to focus on money. Then later on, women are going to lick you like a lollipop. But nowadays, it's the opposite. As a woman, if you want to get married, you will have to hustle. Then your money will do the work for you. Your money will make you, you'll be able to choose who you want. That tall, dark chocolate man that you're looking at, that you have been telling him I love you and he hasn't been responding, my dear, is because you have nothing to offer him. You have nothing to show, so he feels like you don't deserve him. Make money. Like I said, you can be ugly as a bat. That man is going to marry you. Money lets you have plenty choices. No money equals limitation and scarcity. So think twice. And this is more reasons why, as a woman in the diaspora here, you need to be careful as to whom you say yes I do, as to whom you choose as a life partner. Make sure that that man is after you for the right reasons, my sister. If you couldn't know the kind of stories that I hear every day, make sure that man is after you for the right reasons. Because this side of the world is very difficult. A lot of men on this side of the world, they don't marry the woman that they love. They marry the woman that can help them build whatever they want to build. They marry the woman that they know that woman will be able to guide their kids to a better career path in the future. They don't marry because they love you. And that is a very dangerous thing. A lot of you, men are proposing to you, men are getting married to you because they're looking for somebody to help them pay their bills. A lot of you women in the diaspora here, men are only wanting to marry you for what you can offer them. So you need to choose wisely. Because if somebody is marrying you for a condition, that is the money that you're bringing to the table. I know some of you guys are going to say, anyways, at the end of the day, everything is conditioned. Everything is conditioned. No, everything is not conditioned. I'm very sorry. A man is supposed to genuinely love you before he marries you. A man is supposed to be turned on by you. A man is supposed to be able to even go out there and cheat, but still have at the back of his mind that the real G is at home. My real one is at home. He knows at the end of the day he's going to return to you. A man is supposed to marry you because he loves you. Because when a man marries you when he doesn't love you, problem. You have a big issue at hand. Because anything can shake him. So when a man marries you because of a condition, which is the money that you're bringing to the table, that man tomorrow, let's say something happened to you. Let's say you become paralyzed, you develop a disease, or you get into an accident and maybe you have to be on disability. When that condition that he married you for is no longer going to be available, he's not going to leave you. He's going to leave you. Some ladies out there, men are only proposing to you and wanting to marry you because they are seeing you as good future baby mamas. They are looking for a woman that is already settled. For you to be where you are in your career, it means you are very good in your studies. It means you are very disciplined. Because we all know that for you to reach a high level of education, you have to be very disciplined. So you know that, okay, for sure, that is going to be installed in his kids because it's going to come from you, even if it's not around. They will leave the woman that they love. They're not going to marry her because maybe she has nothing to provide. Maybe she's not where they want her to be. So they will come and marry you. And tomorrow, after they have given birth to all those kids with you and everything, so men, they will dump you in the diaspora, yeah? Run back home even and marry one local girl. And when you're going to say, look at the girl that he even wanted and left me for. And he's going to say, I left you for her. And so what? She's the love of my life. She's the one that I love. And that thing is going to be very, very painful. That is why you need to be very careful when you say, yes, I do too. Because this marriage thing, it's a one chance journey. Not everyone is lucky to get out of it as soon as you have entered. Not everyone is lucky to get out of it. As soon as you enter there, you might not be fortunate enough to be able to exit. Because either you have already piled up a lot of kids, or you're already entangled yourself in certain ways that you cannot untangle that easily. So, as a woman in the diaspora, you need to be very careful who you choose as a life partner. Because like I said again, a lot of you, your men are choosing you for your level of education. Because obtaining a master's, a PhD, a bachelor's degree comes with discipline. Not a lot of people are able to attain those things. And secondly, most of them come to you because you know that financially you are very stable. That even if they decide to leave you tomorrow with their children, you'll be able to care for those kids financially. You'll be able to take care of them. Some of them too, they come to you because they know that, okay, this woman, she is making this amount of money. I'm not too far away from how much she's making. So even if we get divorced tomorrow, I'm not going to lose too much. And even if I am to lose too much, I will just dump in the diaspora here and disappear. That's why you need to be very careful who you choose as a life partner. You need to date somebody. You need to test them. Test everything that needs to be tested. Not just that you come and tell somebody that, hey, I'm a doctor. If person wants to marry you right away. No. Sometimes, act like you don't have money and ask for their help and see if they're going to assist you. Sometimes, pretend like you lost your job and see how they're going to behave. I don't care how ugly you are as a woman. You can be ugly as a bat. There's going to be that man that will want to marry you very fast just because you have a good career. My ladies, money is power. Money is power. You can be 600 pounds, morbidly obese. There's going to be this sexy, athletic, chocolate man that will be willing to marry you anytime. He will be willing to marry you because you have money. At that moment, he's not marrying you, he's marrying your brain because your brain is very useful to him. Your brain is the money-making machine. He's going to marry you, he's going to secure you, keep you in the house, immediately start pumping you with kids. 1, 2, 3, 4, line them up. Any man that you meet and that you are obese as a woman and he doesn't care about helping you do something about your situation and he just starts impregnating you and all that stuff when you have money, that man is only after you for the money. Because you know what's going to happen next? Obesity comes with insecurity, alright? He's going to impregnate you like that. You're probably going to gain more weight. Because if you couldn't have it under control prior to pregnancies, after pregnancies, it's going to be very difficult. And you will just be forced to stick to him. You have money, but you are going to be powerless. You'll be powerless. Because he will leave you in the house, he will be cheating on you, and you will not be able to do anything. He will cheat on you and come back home. You won't be able to say anything because for you at that moment, he's going to be your everything. And there's going to be nothing you can do. And most of them, they can be so mischievous to the point that, do you know what they're waiting for? They are just waiting for the day that you're going to drop dead. Because the more weight you have, eventually someday, you're going to drop dead. That's all they are waiting for. The only thing they're going to pray for, they're only going to pray for you to live long enough, to work hard, to pile up money in your savings account. That is going to be in both of you guys' names. So that the day you close your eyes, they are going to be the ones to inherit and decide what they want to do with it. And now carry the money now and go and marry the love of their life. That is why, as a woman in the diaspora, you need to be careful who you choose as a life partner. Especially when you are making a lot of money. Because with a lot of money, men are going to rush for you. There's another scenario. Sometimes you'll be dating a guy for a long time. You'll be dating the guy. You're thinking everything is going well. You see the guy will start misbehaving, derailing all kinds of stuff. Maybe you're not understanding your guy anymore. And all of a sudden now the guy now comes to settle for you all of a sudden. My dear, you need to think twice. That means something was distracting him out there. And whatever was distracting him, he felt like, no, I'm not ready to work too hard for now. Make her just marry this one. Because All kinds of things do happen in this life. And let me give you guys an example. I was dating somebody. We dated for a very long time. While I was dating the person, I was doing what I had to do, and the person too was doing what he had to do. But a time came in our relationship, the guy became a serial cheater. And I used to always wonder, this guy, like, what is happening? What is happening to him? This guy that claimed that he loved me so much, because at the beginning when I met him, he wasn't doing well. He wasn't in a good place. So I was the one mostly doing everything for him. And we dated for a couple of years. And at the end, this guy used his own mouth, looked at me dead in the eyes and told me, do you think I'm going to marry a girl like you? I'm already looking for something better out there and I already found it. And that is the person that I'm going to go be with. Who are you? What do you have? My dear, from that day, that is when I learned my lesson. That there are some men out there, they only date you for what you have to offer. They only date you for your brain, to build with you, then later on dump you. So as a lady in the diaspora here, you need to be wise, oh. Shine your eye. No, darling. You need to be wise. Don't just let somebody and just carry you away with emotions. You start dating somebody today, the person wants to marry you fast. Go and sit down and think. You have been dating somebody for a while, and the person starts acting up. The person sometimes will look at you in the face and tell you, I don't want you anymore. And all of a sudden, the person will come out of nowhere and say, okay, now I do. I want to be with you. My dear, shine your eye. Take your time and screen everything. So be wise and do not rush into marriage.